Bali FM, the best radio.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Valley FM, the best IB radio show on the planet. I'm your host, Daniel Coombs, and I'm joined here by
Carlota.
We're going to be starting off today with talking about philosophy. Joining us today, talking about philosophy, are Danny, Enciso, and Joaquin.
Hello. So today we're going to talk about philosophy. Philosophy is a discipline that deals with fundamental questions about existence, reality, knowledge, truth, morality, beauty, and mind, among other things. Philosophy seeks to analyze and understand the nature of this question and finds answers to important questions about life and the universe. Throughout history, philosophy has developed in different cultures and has covered a wide variety of topics and approaches. Some of the most influential philosophers include Plato, Aristotle, Descartes, Kant, Nietzsche, and Foucault, among others. Among the main areas of philosophy are ontology, epistemology, ethics, aesthetics, and philosophy of mind. Philosophy is a constantly evolving discipline, and new ideas and theories that are always being explored. In addition, philosophy can have important practical implications in everyday life, from decision making to understanding personal values and beliefs.
Since we live in Europe, we're more used to Western philosophy, but also Eastern philosophy encompasses a diverse array of philosophical traditions that have emerged in different countries across Asia, such as India, China, and Japan. It is characterized by a holistic approach to understanding reality, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all things. Eastern philosophy often incorporates spiritual and metaphysical dimensions and places a strong emphasis on introspection, self-cultivation, and the pursuit of inner wisdom. Concepts such as meditation, mindfulness, and ethical living are key to these traditions. Eastern philosophy is deeply intertwined with religious spiritual beliefs, and it offers insight into nature of existence, the human condition, and the path of enlightenment or liberation from suffering. It has had a significant influence not only within its respective cultures, but also on the Western philosophical thoughts through its exchange of ideas.
So now, Danny, tell us about the most famous philosopher, please.
Well, Socrates is considered one of the founders of Western philosophy, although he did not leave any written work. His method of inquiry and his focus on the search for truth through dialogue and questioning have been fundamental in philosophy. His influence is evident in the writings of his discipline. Plato was a disciple of Socrates and founded the Academy, one of the first institutions of higher learning in ancient Greece. His philosophical dialogues explore a wide range of topics, such as the theory of ideas, justice, politics, and epistemology. His work, The Republic, is one of the most outstanding in the history of philosophy. Aristotle was a student of Plato and is known for his vast work in a wide range of disciplines, including logic, ethics, politics, metaphysics, and biology. His contributions are fundamental to philosophy and science. Aristotle developed a systematic and analytical approach that influenced Western philosophy for centuries.
Right, thank you very much. That's extremely interesting.
I do have a question. What is your favorite philosopher?
Well, my favorite philosopher, I think, is Socrates,
And why?
because of the name. It reminds me to a role player from Brazil that was also named Socrates.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's the reason.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right, well, hang on tight after this quick ad break.
Like you got me when the earth shakes, when the bombs scream until I
Bali FM, the best radio.
Tired of leaving school and having to take the bus? Do not suffer anymore. Now, with our premium limousine service, you can go home comfortably, and the best thing is that you will not have to share a seat with anyone. Before at 50 euros a month, now only at 49,99. Do not miss this incredible offer. Call now and get your premium limousine service.
Are you struggling to pass that stupid subject? Do you need some help with the next exam?
We have the best cheat notes of Funcionaro. We cover everything from ACE exams to bachiller exams.
Buy two and receive a free German cheat note. Brutal cheat notes. Simply brutal.
Es la leche.
Are you tired of studying and forgetting everything the day after the exam and you are too lazy to make your own cheat notes?
We present you the Chuletator, a web page that we put at your disposal where you can create your own cheat notes and where you can also find other people's cheat notes.
You just have to copy the text you want to include in your cheat note and select the size of the cheat note. You can select Typex model, water bottle model, or just a small piece of paper. Chuletator, don't study anymore.
Have you ever dreamed of being able to know what someone is thinking? Imagine knowing everything that people think of you without them really knowing that you read their thoughts. Here at Valley FM, we bring you an app called Did You Know That? Download it now.
Recently, on Saturday, it was hosted in Liverpool, Eurovision, and today talking about that, we got Raquel, Catalina and Sara.
Hello. Well, I don't remember if you, I don't know if you remember that we talked about this 2 weeks ago about Eurovision, but as you said, well, as Daniel said, Eurovision took part the past Saturday with Spain, that ended up being in the 17th position, something that I expected, to be honest. But another thing that I didn't expect was the winner, who won Sweden. That is something that is going to talk my partner.
Yeah, because this year Lauren has won again. She presented herself 11 years ago with the song Euphoria, and this year has presented herself with the song Tattoo. And the Swedish woman has returned to the first place. And many people thought that this is very unfair because she was already a person known for the first time she win. And I think this is unfair because she has like a lot of followers and a lot of people in their house. They vote her because they know her. And what do you think?
Yeah, I think the same. I think it's unfair. Like, she already won. Why did she did it again?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
In 2012.
Well, I mean, I think that's a bit unfair, to be honest, because if it's an independent artist with a big fan following, it doesn't really make much sense. Anything, what I mean?
Do you agree with the way they give the points, first the judges from each country and then the people that watch it all over the world?
Not really, to be honest. What about you guys?
I think it's alright. I mean, it probably could be better. I just don't think I could figure out a solution for a better point system, if that's what you're asking for.
Yeah.
So what is the point system?
It's first the judge from each country give points, and then the people that watch it all over the world can vote too, but not from their own country, just for the other ones.
And do you think that's fair?
That's fair. Yeah.
Do you think it's alright?
Yeah, I think that's okay because I mean they can't vote for their country, so I think because if you've got the judges and then people can vote for other countries, I can't think of a better system.
I think they should be able to vote for their own countries.
Yeah, I think so.
If they vote for their own country.
Yeah, but no one. They should do it. Yeah, maybe their own country did the best. Why wouldn't they vote them?
Because the problem is with that, then you get things like corruption.
But you can also just decrease the value of the population's decision or choice, you know what I mean? A judge knows more about the music and just knows better. We know that people in Spain are going to vote Spain because it's just Spain,
And that's going to be the problem.
But there's no problem in that if the vote doesn't count as much. Imagine all Spain being one vote in contrast with one judge.
But then what if it's, for example, you get some countries that watch it more than others? So then they could vote more.
Yes, they could, but at the same time, I'm saying that there should be one vote. Like imagine in Spain, we have one vote for Spain, for the people in Spain, and the people in Spain like mostly Spain. Well, you get the point of Spain, and it doesn't need to be like many people watching Eurovision or anything. It's just the majority of them like them. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't think that most of the people in Spain will vote Spain. O sea,
just for the last, because Spain is really good.
Yeah,
And
the song that we bring this year was not so great. So I think
didn't
a
hear.
lot of people will vote like the song that they like the most and not Spain because was like so.
You get some countries that are more patriotic than others.
Yeah.
So when you get some countries that are really patriotic, they will just vote for them, even if the song's not good. They'll just say, okay, it's the best because it's my country. So that means that other people that might have a better song, it doesn't really balance it.
And what do you think about the 5 points they gave to Spain? Like
we only received 5 points.
I think it's kind of sad. We deserved more.
But what? How many?
You can
Like
for example,
Sweden has like 200 and a lot, and we
Finland,
only
we were the last ones who
Yeah,
got
yeah, only ones.
points, like 5 points.
But did you like the song though?
no.
So
No, it wasn't the worst song.
It wasn't the worst.
Like
But it was not
Croatia
good
had
for-
more
Yeah, but
points.
like the second worst maybe.
No.
A lot of
We were in the contest for worst song. We would have had a chance, I think.
Yeah, but no.
But that wasn't a contest.
They
that
should
we
do
were-
that.
Yeah,
Would
we
be
would do that.
No.
No, like ridiculous.
I mean, compared to last year, last year's song was catchy, was the kind of song that, not that I like that kind of music, but
Yes. Israel.
yeah, Israel and Poland both inspired themselves on.
Yeah. Yeah, and this year, for example, Lorraine won, as we said, but there's a controversy that Lorraine used ChatGPT and people in some parts of the songs, and so a lot of people are saying like this should be penalized. Like, what do you think about this? Like, it should be okay or they
Should be okay. I mean, how could someone win with a ChatGPT song? You know what I mean? I don't understand that.
Because she would like write me a song in the chat. So.
With like just some parts, he didn't
But when
like
you
know
have to
what to
fit
do,
like
so, yeah.
when you have to fit the lyrics to the song, not just you get some lyrics and then try to make a sort of song around the lyrics. It doesn't really make sense.
No, because also they say that there are parts of the song that sound similar to another one, like one of ABBA, and they think like it's not okay and it's not fair to win with that song. But I also think like because Sweden won and not everybody is okay with that, I think like.
Are you happy with the winner? Do you think it's a just winner, or did you want another song to win?
Another.
Being
What
honest,
song?
I prefer like this.
I prefer Israel.
No, I didn't.
No way.
No, I didn't.
Spain,
It's a
No
good
way,
time.
it was the best song and the most voted
I
song.
prefer Finland, being honest, because it was funny and I was like.
Which
Finland
one?
to
I didn't know.
win.
Sing it to me. I
Finland
don't
was
really
a-
know.
I don't want to Sweden win. I prefer winning Finland instead of Sweden.
What do you have against Sweden? Don't you like
Because
IKEA?
Norway was in Eurovision.
I don't.
Like
He won again. He won and he won.
I've got 2 words for you on this topic: IKEA and Lego. Mic drop.
I know.
Sweden rules in general as a country.
Again with Finland.
And she was like very not happy for winning. She was like,
I think she was like.
it doesn't mind her.
I think she
won
already
something
expected
because-
it. Yeah.
She was.
Yeah. She was a bit. I think she was high, being honest, because it's not normal that reaction. It was like very peaceful. She was very peaceful and very calm, and it's like, how you can be like that?
I mean, maybe she had some, resting.
And
Meditation.
She didn't get her microphone off. Like
No, because
her,
it was I saw that, but it was a different microphone. Like everyone was with a mic like you have in your hand, but she was like I don't know how to explain it.
But
Like one
yeah, but
like
that
it
seems
was
like
more complicated.
she
That-
was
yeah.
expecting to win
Yeah.
and sing again.
Also, yeah.
So that was like,
It's the second time she's won, so she's probably used to
Yeah.
it. She's thinking.
I don't know. I am against this.
All right, we'll move into a quick ad break then.
You're listening to Valley FM.
Hey, did you hear Valley FM's back?
That's groovy. Valley FM. It's not the Valley of the Fallen, it's the Valley of the Rockers.
Did you know that there are only two countries where Coca-Cola does not exist? These are North Korea and Cuba. You want to learn more facts like this? Listen to our section on Valley Podcast.
Hey, you. Yes, you. The one who's hearing this. Is your backpack too heavy? Your back hurts, you have bad posture, and you also feel like you get smaller every time you carry it? Say goodbye to all these problems with our new robot, the Multifunctional Charger. It has a platform that will carry your backpack without you noticing. It also comes with a built-in system that will straighten your back in 3 weeks of continuous use. Request it right now for only 120 euros. And if you are one of the first 5 to call, we will send you the 300-page manual with all its functions at half of price. Do not miss out on this unique offer.
This
is Valley FM.
Are you tired of watching Netflix alone? Did you cry watching Monsters Inc? Do you want an Emma Watson, Scarlett Johansson in your life? Do you spend more time in the friend zone than in your own home? Then download Salupa, a dating app for El Valle students. With this app, you will find your own Kate Beckett. Salupa, the best choice for your lonely life.
Okay, so hey, we're back. Now we have in the group of Identities talking about Spanish subcultures, Cayetanos and Rachetas, with Daniel Villa, Maria E, Elena C, and Leticia R.
yeah, we're gonna switch a little bit because these events were really dramatic, and we are going to talk
about the two different subcultures of Spain. I am referring to Ratito and Cayetanos, opposite type of people depending on their aspects, personality, favorite music, clothing, and the way they talk also. The money could also be one of the main difference. Normally one group pretend to have more money than the other one, and they finally don't have it, and the other group have the money and they show it. So at the end of this section, I will ask you, the guest, what do you think about this?
Yeah, well, basically, this is all stereotypes, and we're going to talk mainly about the stereotypes related to these persons, to these people, and how they dress. Cayetanos usually dress more elegant and with that things, and also there are...
What's a Cayetana? Could you explain that to a foreign audience?
It was what I was going to say. That a Cayetano is like a subculture of Spain that people relate others with a type of ideology also, and type of how they dress, and it's mainly a stereotype. They usually are from conservative parties, and they dress elegant, and yeah, that type of stereotypes that we will avoid during this section.
But how do they dress?
Basic.
But what's that? Because
They-
you said dress elegant, right? Is that
They dress like was wearing dockers, polo shirts, and chino pants.
And loafers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, yes, and also about the places that they usually go and where they study. a good reference for this is Carolina Durante that made a song explaining what is Cayetano, and says that they usually go to the Teu San Pablo, and they go to Marbella, to Ibiza, to Cadiz, that type of places.
Do they live in certain neighborhoods?
Eh?
Do they live in certain neighborhoods?
Well, I think that yes, because that people usually have money and have a great position to live in certain places like Moraleja.
Would you say that this school is a place for?
This one.
Yes.
Well,
Depending.
Depending
But
on the people
it's
that
basically
the stereotypes.
stereotypes.
Ah, okay,
So
so
you can consider
You're
someone
saying
Cayetano
yes.
and it may go to a public school.
Okay.
It's like a basic stereotype that we're trying to talk about.
Yes.
And also we have to know what is a racheta. So some define this style as just another style, others qualify it as a new urban tribe, and there are those who associate it only with trap music. What is certain is that rachet or racheta is one more trend that is present in the current urban fashion and has already aroused as much confusion as passions and hatred. Currently, it is known thanks to names like Patkial, Lazowi, or Miss Nina. And if you ask her, for example, to Lazowi, she will tell you that Rachel is a neighborhood girl who combines like clothes from Bershka with imitations of big brands.
So is that for boys and girls, or is that just girls?
No, it's for boys and girls.
Both of them. Yes.
But
Yes.
it's mainly seen girls.
So do
Okay,
they,
Cayetana is girl, but the style is both girls and boys.
so do they dress a certain way?
The boys or
No, they dress also because
like
So how would you know? How would you know? For example, me, how would I know that?
Because of the life of
The pantalones, the pants, they're
Because the trousers though.
no,
Yeah.
but we are
They
talking
are-
No.
about racheta.
About ratchet.
Yeah.
Ah, no,
how
rachetas
you
with the
can-
earrings.
No, but men's like
Men
there-
racheta, there are no men racheta.
Yeah,
Yes, they are.
like-
Men racheta, no, they're men
Yes,
canis.
yes.
My
There's a
racheta.
good reference that we can say that is
Yeah, but the racheta means they are the one that they go to fabric, to parkings, and things like that. Yes.
So they like
Those are
Yeah,
no,
yes,
those are
like an example,
rollo, those are
Illeras is a little bit, no a good, but a little bit. Yes.
Yes, it is.
From men, yes, it's like the conversation.
yes.
Is this what people say panties and chonies?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like an
More
evolution.
like that.
Like
So now it's like this.
yeah,
Basically.
like with Young Beef, La Mafia, and that things it's when
Because example, when people say panties and chonies, it's normally like a certain style or how they dress.
and how
And
they
music, the
talk.
music they listen
also.
to. Because you really explain, because for me, when you're just saying that, I didn't have a clue. Like what they would even look like. When you say Canadian and Chinese, I must say, okay, maybe the girls have long nails, they listen to reggaeton, they have like big earrings, might have like bum bags.
yeah.
The boys have like certain haircuts, maybe like a Mohican, cuts in their eyebrows as well.
Yeah, it's that basically, no? Like,
Yes, it's that.
but like with a little bit of evolution, like
Some changes.
So now it's changed. But what's changed?
like also because the inspirations that they have with I don't know, they are very inspired of their artists and that things, and I think that is a movement that is next to music, like it's very related to that.
So because the music's changed, so they still listen to reggaeton or now it's trap?
Because of the artists that they listen.
So now it's more trap. Because before it used to be all reggaeton.
It is not trap because it's changed like the artist. It is not the music theme like reggaeton or something like that. It's the artist. Depending on that and who they like it, they change more to one thing or another one.
Yeah, but these are all the stereotypes, and it's kind of a conflict in Spain because we assume that some people on the way they look, they listen to some things, they think other things. Like, what do you think about these stereotypes related with appearance?
I mean, it's true. If you change your appearance and you have that kind of style, you normally also have that kind of style in music, for example. And personality traits wise, maybe, yes, definitely.
No, I think that personality traits doesn't have like anything to see. It has things to see with education you receive at home. Because you can be a reteto and be like the most polite person ever.
Yeah, but
It's not about being polite. I mean,
Yeah.
the way you talk, the slangs.
Yeah, but like you can talk like a Cayetano being a reteto.
No, of course you can. But the thing is, I personally don't see as much, people talking like a Cayetano in like Rachetas clothes.
Yeah, kind of makes sense.
Well, I don't more or less agree. I don't agree, basically.
Tell me.
Like,
Tell me, Daniel.
you don't have to assume some people like how they talk, how they act only because their appearance. Because I'm sure that there are lots of rachetos who are good person.
But it doesn't. I'm not saying that
why
they're.
wouldn't they be good? Why would they
Yes.
be good people? Because
No, I'm saying
But-
personality, the way they talk. I'm not saying they have to be
He's saying
bad.
that people that look that way, they are not good persons.
I didn't say that.
Okay,
I was
that they
saying.
told, sorry, that they told different that other people that look more.
Do you think they get judged?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a stereotype that comes with some things implicated with it, like what we have been saying, the ideology, the way of thinking.
Is it from where they're from as well? Because, like, for example, Cayetanos is places where they're from. Is it the same with these guys? It's from where they're from, or it's just how they decide to dress or to be?
No. No, I don't think so.
Elaborate, please.
Because you can be for one place and be a Cayetano or
From another place.
from another place.
It not depends on the.
Because, for example, right, where I live in Goya. As soon as I say Goya, people say, hey, Cayetanos. That's the first thing they say. As soon as you say Goya, that place, that's the first thing people will say. More than any other place I've heard in Madrid.
Yeah, like maybe because of the people you relate with, that people inspire you something and influence you in certain way. Like maybe if you go with some people that dress more formal and go to formal places, you have to change a little bit your clothing and that things.
So do you think you'll be judged either way? So for example, if you live in maybe a richer neighborhood, and then people think, and then maybe you dress like Cani or Johnny, or the other way, do you think people will judge you?
I think that most of the times they judge, not because the clothing. I think they see on a person, you link that person to one topic, to one like a specific type of person, and you didn't develop why, or you even go to that person and know her. But I don't understand why, if you, for example, live on Goya, why people would think that you are more like Cayetano instead of the other type. It's like something that nowadays are too much like close, that no one could also go to you and ask you why they like ask you that you are a Cayetano or the other thing. It's something that no.
Do you think there's too many, for example, titles? Because, for example, when I've come here, I've noticed here you like to name people all the time, more than other countries. Like, for example, when you say Cayetano, then it's Canis Johnny's, now it's a new name.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like to judge people and be looked down on people. Like, it could be either way.
Yeah.
For either side.
No, just sometimes it's good
like you different some people, but sometimes it could be also wrong because you are like hurting that person, because if you are calling someone something that they don't like or something that they doesn't respect or something, that will be bad for that person. So it is not always good or always bad. I think that sometimes they doesn't have to say Ratzetos or Cayetanos and leaving the people like whatever they want to be, and that's all.
Yeah, I personally think that is a problem that our society is living, the Spanish society, because we assume a lot of things only of seeing a person, and we assume their ideology and the way of acting. Like we have seen it here in this discussion, this debate, that some people assume things only on the way that people dress and the way they live, or in the places that they live. So I think that yeah, it's a big problem that that our society is living, and we should try to break that stereotypes and try to normalize that there are people that have a that yeah, there are different people that looks different, and their way of thinking doesn't have to be linked with the way of with their clothes and the way of acting.
Was I? Okay, thank you so much. Now we're gonna go into another quick ad break. Are you tired of trance music? Do you want to escape of reality for a few minutes? Just listen to Nothing Good's band new single, Nerd, which will be released the next month in Spotify and YouTube. Its components are former students of this school who created the group in 2018. The last year, they released 2 singles, Wilco and Late Night Club, and also gave several concerts. Don't forget to listen to this single when it's released, because Nothing Good is the band of the moment.
Do you want to enjoy delicious fresh juice anywhere and anytime? With the Fresh Juice Blender, you can now prepare your favorite fresh juices in a matter of seconds. Anywhere, anytime. Thanks to its portable and compact design, you can take it with you wherever you go, whether it's to work, the gym, or traveling. In addition, its powerful and modern and stainless steel blades guarantee that you will obtain a smooth and creamy juice in a matter of seconds. With the Fresh Juice Blender, enjoy freshness anywhere. Get yours today.
Valley FM. Everything the light touches is the valley, 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 valley.
Are you tired of watching Netflix alone? Did you cry watching The Kissing Booth? Do you want a Marco Diaz or Adriana Agreste in your life? Do you spend more time in the friend zone than in your own home? Then download Salupa, a dating app for El Valle students. With this app, you will find your own Noah Flynn. Salupa, the best choice for your lonely life.
So we're back again, and now we have
Universities with Pablo, Alberto, Maria, and George.
Hello.
Well, hello. Today my group and I are going to talk about the universities and what we want to study. This has occurred to us because last Friday we were at the graduation of our second year classmates. When we were there, we realized that we already have to start thinking or have already thought about what we want to study. Personally, I am not very clear about what I'm going to study. Therefore, my colleagues who do have clear ideas are going to tell you what they are going to do.
Yeah, so the other day, as Alberto said, we went to the graduation, and after the ceremony, I spent some time asking some of them what they want to study in the future. That got me thinking about myself and my future plans, and after doing some research, things are a bit clearer. What I have decided is that I want to study something related to economics and business here in Madrid. Some of the possible universities that I looked at are CUNEF and ESIC. And what is also clear to me is that I want to do an Erasmus during my 3rd year in a country like the United States. Since I previously had an experience living in another country, I would like to live 1 more year abroad, and thus have a better understanding of the place and its culture.
Why do you want to go to the USA?
is because I've never been then. Well, I went once when I was young to New York, but I don't know. I wanna know a bit more about the culture and about how the uni is there. 'Cause I watched a lot of movies when I was young about university in the US, so I wanna know a bit more about it.
Isn't Erasmus not obligatorio?
Mandatory.
Mandatory,
No,
sorry.
it's not.
I think it's not.
But because I searched for the double one, which had Derecho and ADE,
Yeah.
and it did.
I think it depends on the career you take.
Yeah, I think it depends on the career. So that was all about me. As I know that Jorge wants to study something related to that, I want to ask him about his future plans.
Well, so as Pablo have already commented, I think that the graduation the other day made us all rethink our future, the path we're going to choose in our lives, and what we want to dedicate ourselves to. So despite this, it has been a long time since I looked at several interesting careers, and in my case, I think that the best thing to do is to study either an entrepreneurship degree, where I would be able to set up like different businesses with help of coaches with experience in the world of entrepreneurship, or a double degree in marketing and business administration at universities such as ESIC. Even though I am almost sure that the first degree is what best suits my life, so I would like also to see if I can study this career in USA, because of almost the same reasons as Pablo has already commented, and also to improve my English level. And I think that these businesses can do well here in the United States. And finally, I'm very clear that everything depends on the situation, and people change from one day to the next. And a year ago, I didn't know what I would want to study, something like this. So Maria, what have you been?
Can I ask a quick question? So you want to be an entrepreneur, right? Like
That's it.
kind of like Andrew Tate.
I don't know if Andrew Tate, but I would like to make some businesses, and I think that Spain, in most cases, doesn't help me to make this and to fund these businesses, and in the USA, and I think that can do well for me and for the business, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's all I just wanted to ask.
That's it. So that was my case, and Maria, what have you been looking at for the future?
Well, so in my case, like Pablo, I was at the graduation ceremony on the school for the second year students, and in this year I've been thinking about what to study when I finish second year, and honestly I still don't know I don't have it clear. I only know things I don't like, such as medicine, computer science, or something related to maths. So I still have 1 year left to think about what I would like to study. Finally, I think I have clear that is to make an Erasmus. I would like to study any year of my degree outside of Spain, which I think is an experience that gives you a lot, and yes, I would like to do it in the future. And that's all.
I'm just going to ask quickly my host, do you have any plans for the future as
Yes, actually, I would really like to study law. I would really like to study law, because I think, although I don't know if I want to study here in Spain, I wanted more of a global understanding. I don't know. But I mean, I'm open to all possibilities. Who knows? Maybe I'd end up being, I don't know, a waiter, or I mean, I don't really care as long as I'm happy. That's what I care about.
Yeah, I mean, I want to study
and make money.
abroad. I want to study abroad, but to be honest, I don't really care like what's my future job. But yeah, what about you, Daniel?
well, that's I mean, I don't really have a clear idea of what I want to do in the future, so yeah, not really much I can say about that. Alberto, do you have any plans for the future?
Well, as I had said, no, actually I don't have any plans.
So a bit like me.
Yeah.
Kind of just
just
wing
living
it.
the life and yeah.
All right. Well, I think that concludes that section.
Yep.
Mhm. Maybe. Okay, since we're done, that's it. Bye. Now we have Nad, and then we have Sharing the Planet.
Tired of not getting gains at the gym? Are you tired of not getting any chicks? Are you tired of being fat and ugly? Become only ugly. With our new Matcha Whey Protein, you will become the Arnold Schwarzenegger of your neighborhood gym. Matcha Whey Protein is not only really healthy and helps you to supplement your diet, but it also has the magic that you need to get big. Matcha Whey Protein, available at your local store. Eat big and get big. Matcha Whey Protein.
Good afternoon. My name is Michael Owens Kennedy, and today I'm going to present to you a video which shows you the solution to all of your problems in life. Hey you, are you in need of a refreshing drink to refuel yourself? Well then look no further and get My Cocaine energy drink to refuel yourself. Frequently I was tired during training week. Thankfully and luckily, My Cocaine energy drink saved me, giving me all the energy I needed for longer training sessions. My Cocaine energy drink has been elaborated with the most premium of ingredients such as coconut water and caffeine, and thanks to its mixture, we achieve an explosiveness to get you through the day. But don't just take my word for it. I have brought here with me world-class footballer DP7, who has been given a taste of an amazing drink, who is going to give a review on it right now.
Hi, we're back with the most interesting topic, microplastics, and sharing the planet with Claudia, Elsa, and Candela.
Hello everyone. So, did you guys know that microplastics has been found on human blood and lung tissues?
No, but what about it?
Yeah, so now we're going to explain a bit the damages that can cause microplastics on humans. So first of all, microplastics are small plastic particles that are less than 5 millimeters in size. They are the result of the breakdown and fragmentation of larger plastics. Microplastics can come in various forms, including fibers, fragments, pellets, and microbeads. So now we're going to, to show you some of the causes, the damages. So first of all, the ingestion is that the microplastics have been detected in various food items such as seafood, drinking water, and even the air. They actually say that if you eat a meal of, how do you say this? These seafood, but the ones that are
sashimi.
No, the ones that are.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Surimi? Mussels.
Mussels. So if you have a meal of mussels that are supposedly the ones that have more microplastics on it, they actually say that you consume more microplastics by breathing in the air than by the food itself. So that's the level of microplastics that are in the air.
Another consequence can be the absorption of chemicals. Microplastics can act as carriers for various toxic chemicals such as persistent organic pollutants and heavy metals. These chemicals can adhere to the surface of microplastic or be absorbed by them from the surrounding environment. When microplastics are ingested, there is the possibility that these toxic chemicals could be released and transferred into the human body. The potential health impacts such as chemical exposure are a topic of concern and ongoing research. Also, we have the inflammatory responses. Some studies suggest that microplastics may trigger inflammatory responses in the body. This hypothesis that the small size and shape of microplastic may facilitate their interaction and immune cells and tissues, leading to immune systems activation and inflammation. Chronic inflammation is associated with various health conditions, including cardiovascular disease, respiratory problems, and certain cancers. However, further research is needed to establish a clear link between microplastic and inflammatory responses in humans.
And potential toxicity.
The toxicity of microplastics themselves is still a subject of investigation. While microplastics are generally considered to be chemically inert, there is emerging evidence suggesting that certain types of microplastics, such as nanoplastics or those containing additives, may have the potential to release toxic substances. These toxic effects could manifest through direct interactions with cells or tissues or through the release of harmful chemicals upon breakdown.
So now we have to accept that microplastics are going to be a thing in our daily life, because they are multiplicating itself. A research in 2014, it showed that there were about 5 billion microplastics in the sea, but now there are 21 billion. So that's going to be much worse in the future.
Has anyone died from ingesting microplastics?
No, but I guess that this is just a start. And
should we all be vegan?
That's that's an option that you have to consider, but it's not. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have. In the future, maybe it's healthier, but nowadays you're not going to limit yourself because of microplastics.
What do you think, Ruben?
About people dying from eating microplastics?
They don't die. They just... No, if you would go all vegan, just for microplastic.
I have tried to go vegan, to be honest, because I have friends who are, and, well, because I believe in that the system should change because it's oversaturated, meat production, etc.
Yes.
We've talked about this other days, I think.
No, also we have another a signature
subject. Yeah, we guys discussed that. So
yes.
yeah, you know more about this than myself, maybe. But anyway, I have found that I can't become a vegan. Well, can't as in won't, because I love bacon too much. I wish I had a better explanation, but it's that.
But
burgers I can do without. I've eaten enough steak at this point in my life when I can just say, well, I will always remember good steak, but I don't need steak. Like, I can do without it. But bacon I can't.
But I mean, if there was an you were gonna
there is vegan bacon. I've tried. I told you I've tried, but it's
yeah,
not
that's what I was
the
gonna say, because I personally, for example, I don't know, the example a vegan sausage roll.
What?
Sort of a vegan sausage roll. That's, for example, something that's
what?
A vegan sausage roll. So for example, that's something that you might.
Difficult, okay.
So there's multiple vegan options that. Have you tried them?
Sausages. I don't really see the difference between meat-based sausages and plant-based sausages. Everything else I can do, but bacon I can't.
Just bacon, okay.
But the problem is when you buy things like that are made by like vegan based, it's normally not that good for you. If you actually buy the products that are real, for example, hemp seeds, that's natural. But if you're buying like a vegan burger, if you actually look at the ingredients, they're normally worse than what's in a burger.
I think the idea of the veganism is good for the planet, but also I think that humans are omnivores, and I have a cousin that she was vegan for some years and she had to stop because of all the stomach problems and things that cause her. So I think that maybe in a short term it's like you can handle it, but in the long term it can give you like deficiencies
in your diet.
Yes.
I think if you actually look at food, I think you can do it, but it's only a problem if you're having things like that, things like vegan burgers, vegan sausages, because what they put in it is not good, and they normally put a lot of sugar in it to make it taste better as well. So when you actually look at the ingredients, it ends up being worse. But if you're actually getting products that are natural, then it can still work, because there are a lot of foods that are natural that still has a lot of protein in it.
Yes, I think it's you have to be really you have to be an expert, I think, to have a balanced diet if you're a vegan, but it can, I think.
Would that be the end of your section?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I have nothing to add. Okay,
Yeah, me
now.
neither. Okay, now.
Now we're done. Thank you very much for everyone helping us. Bye.